Hello and welcome back. So you're joining me after about an hour and 45 minutes cruise. We're currently over the Macedonian region of Greece in this late afternoon. So the sun's getting close to setting. But if we jump back into the cockpit, you'll see that we're at the Bitler waypoint. And what's nicely showing up in green is the top of descent in approximately about 20 nautical miles. Maybe a little bit just beyond that. So very shortly ATC will transfer me over to approach control, and I'll be given my clearance and vector information down to Skiathos, and we'll start our descent. So we'll skip ahead to that point. Okay, so we've been cleared to start descending. Okay, so you can see the drag required messages come up, so we just put the speed brakes up. Because apparently the 757 is quite a slippery plane, so it does require some extra drag when descending. We won't put the seatbelt signs on just yet. I think that announcement was a little bit early. We'll let us descend quite considerably before we'll do that. So we're carrying on a descent. We're now being cleared down to flight level 250, and the aircraft's automatic VNAV system is doing its work to steadily get us going down. But up ahead, I thought I'd point this out, but this is Mount Olympus. And you can tell because if you stick on the airport data, it's right next to Larissa Airport along the coast, and Mount Olympus National Park's all around here. So tallest mountain in Greece. Okay, so we're coming up to 18,000 feet now. We can do the in-range checklist. We want to turn the seatbelt signs on. And then just set the altimeter once it lets me. The reference speeds. Let me just do that first. So there's the reference speeds. So sorry, you don't enter it there. You just click the button here, and that will bring up the speeds. And then you click there, and there we go. So 128 knots is our VREF. We'll set the altimeters now. There we go. The auto brake will set to 3 again because it is such a short runway. What you should also do is just click the QW button and make sure the landing checklist button is green. The island of Skiathos is just starting to appear in the distance, and we're just getting to 10,000, so once we cross 10,000 I'll switch on the landing lights. So we'll pop them on now. The passenger sign's already on, so we don't need to worry about that. So we're just waiting for basically for the approach clearance now, which should be coming in any second now. There we go.
Good morning, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, runway 27 left. 4,000 feet, runway 27 left, Gatwick to 5 man range.
There we go, I've inserted that. So we should get the vectors for the visual approach. After SKP. Okay, so we're just approaching the island of Skopelos. SKP is the VOR. So once we're over the VOR, we'll make a right-hand turn and come in on Skiathos, which is just to our right. Fingers crossed Pro-ATC will give us correct vectors, because it can be a bit temperamental when you're coming in for an approach. But once we hit SKP, we'll bring the speed down to 170 and then set up the aircraft for landing. Right. I'll see if I can get a direct 2. Let me just get that again. Be quiet. Right. I'm assuming it's the fix. D171 N. I've got no idea what that is. We'll ignore it. We'll just follow the vectors. If someone can explain how to do a direct 2, that would be great. But yeah, we'll just do the vectors for the moment. And if Pro-ATC goes horrendously wrong, I'll just fly it in manually. Like I said, I'll bring that speed down to 170. And we can bring down flaps 1 in a second. So now. And flap 5 is at 215. So that's flat 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please return all seat backs and tray tables to their upright and stowed position. Ensure all portable electronic devices are turned off and stow all carry-on items. Additionally, footrest and video monitors must be returned to their original position.
So 9 to be flat 15. There we go.
Canada 858 is an altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1019 in millibards, you have 25 miles down runway 27 right. Down to 4,000 feet on 1019, check the mark, Canada 858.
Right. Skiathos is basically hidden behind that cloud. But once we get 10 nautical miles out, we can start to descend down. But we'll contact the tower now. We're a little bit way out, but we may as well. Just change the frequency. Okay, so we can reduce down to our VREF now. VREF plus 5. Put a bit of drag on, and I'll drop down some more flap in a minute. So that's autopilot off. I'll get the old throttle off now as well. Let's just do this full manual. So gear down. And we'll get flaps 20 down now. And then 150, we'll get 25. And bring full flaps down now. And arm the speed brakes. So we're just looking at those lights just to make sure that we're the PAPI lights. We're just making sure that we're on the glide slope. I think we're still a little bit high. Just bring that speed up a little bit. There goes one. And there's two, so let's just bring that descent up a little bit. So we're a little bit low. Throttle to idle. And speed brakes on. Reverse is on, sorry, not speed brakes. And 60 knots. Remove the thrust reversers. And we can get rid of the auto brakes as well now. We'll just taxi down to the end of the runway. We can switch off the landing lights. Oops. And get on the taxi lights. We'll get cutting this a little bit fine. But we are a big aircraft, so I think we're allowed. Right, so let's taxi down the runway. Let's clean up those flaps. There we go. As I mentioned at the start of this video, this is often kind of treated as Greece's St. Martin. So right at the end of the runway there's a road, and I'm sure if you look on other YouTube videos, there's plenty of videos of people just standing right at the end of the runway as aircraft are taking off and landing, because they get really low as they land over the people watching. All right, so let's switch over to ground clearance or ground control. I'm pretty sure we're just going to be put into number 1 here. Yeah, there we go. So it's just this one here. This parking can be a little bit tricky, but what I'll do is, don't need to follow me. Let's get GSX ready. Yeah, I forgot about this. The problem with GSX is it does spawn in these stairwells, so sorry about spoiling the realism, but I'm going to have to go through this one. It's a bit of an odd parking, but you just kind of got to follow the lines, essentially. And just follow the marshal in. There we go. Parking brake on, and then let's go through the after landing checklist. APU on. Anti-ice is all off. Exterior lights as required. Auto brakes we've already switched off. The flaps are up. The aileron trims are all 0. Shutdown parking checklist. Parking brake is set. Fuel control switches to cut off. Hydraulic system, all the pumps off. The fuel pumps all off. engine anti-ice is off, beacon off, air conditioning, isolation valve on, flight directors off, and the external power switch we can push. Well, we can't push just yet because we haven't got a external power thing on, but we can do that now quickly. So QualityWings, ground power, and then click the external power switch. Right, so IRS, now to terminate the flight, we turn off all the IRSs, emergency lights we remove, pack selectors we can switch off. Well, we'll let the passengers get off first actually. Turn off these lights whilst they're getting off. So we just open up the cargo doors, and then the passenger doors up. And there we go. So all the passengers will be deboarding now. Thank you very much again for watching my videos. If you really like them, then please do subscribe. Otherwise, click the like button. Or if you have anything to add or answer any of the questions that I've asked throughout this flight, do put a comment in the comment section below. I'd quite like to do a return flight, but if I could get you guys to comment on where you'd like me to fly back to, because I could fly back to Gatwick, but if you'd like me to land somewhere else, then do request somewhere else. So once again, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.